These were the fastest, most dangerous racing cars ever built. And the company that started it all wasn't some racing legend. It was a boring little maker of sensible sedans that bet everything on one crazy idea. This is the story of how Audi conquered rallying with four-wheel drive, and how the monster it unleashed had to be banned to stop the dying. By the late 70s, Audi built sensible cars for sensible people, reliable, respectable, completely invisible. Then, an engineer named Ur-quattro watches a military runabout, the VW Iltis, walk up a frozen hill like it wasn't even there. And he has a heretical thought. What if you took that, four-driven wheels, and put it in a rally car? Everybody tells him the same thing. Four-wheel drive is too heavy, too complicated. It's for tractors and tanks. It will never work on a race car. In 1980, they unveiled it anyway. They call it simply the Quattro. And on a wet road, on snow, on gravel, it doesn't just win. It makes everything else on Earth look like it's parked. When the others slither and scramble for grip, the Audi just hooks up and leaves. It's not a better car, it's a different species. And the driver who scares the men the most, her name is Michele Mouton. In 1981, she wins San Remo, the first woman ever to win at the top of world rallying. The next year, she comes within a whisker of the world championship. A whisker. Audi wins the manufacturer's title in '82. Hannu Mikkola takes the driver's crown in '83. Stig Blomqvist in '84. In 4 years, this boring little company has rewritten the rule book of an entire sport. They've built the future, and the sport is about to hand them something with no rules at all. 1982, the governing body opens a new class, Group B, and Group B has almost no limits. Build just 200 road cars to qualify, barely a rounding error, and then you're free to build a weapon. 500 horsepower, bodywork lighter than a road-going hatchback, turbos the size of your fist, splitting fire on every gear change. Audi chops their Quattro short and bolts on wings until it looks less like a car and more like an animal. The Sport Quattro, then the S1, the maddest thing they ever built. And the fans? The fans lose their minds. They stand in the road, thousands of them in the dark, parting like water a heartbeat before the car arrives. It is the most insane spectacle motorsport has ever produced. Cars flying over crests, wheels in the air close enough to feel the heat. And everyone, drivers, teams, crowds, everyone is drunk on it. Watch this driver, the fastest man in the forest. Remember him. We'll come back to him, and I wish we didn't have to. Because right now, at the absolute peak, nobody wants to hear the truth. The truth is, it's already too fast to live. And Audi is about to learn that the very thing that made them gods is about to make them obsolete. Then the rivals get smart. Peugeot, Lancia, and they ask a simple question Audi never had to. Where do you put the engine? Audi hung their big 5-cylinder way out over the front axle. It's what made the Quattro work in the first place. But Peugeot and Lancia put the engine in the middle of the car. And suddenly, Audi's masterstroke becomes its curse. All that weight out front makes the car nose heavy. It pushes wide, it won't turn. The thing that made them dominant is now the thing holding them back. This is the cruelest twist in racing. Your genius and your handicap are the same idea. You can't fix it without stopping being who you are. So Audi answers the only way Audi knows how: more power, more wing, more madness. They're fighting a physics problem with brute force. It's magnificent, it's spectacular, and it's a losing battle. By 1985, the mid-engine cars have the beating of them. If you saw our Skyline story, you know how this genre ends. Somebody builds something too good, and then they change the rules to stop it. But here the rules don't change because a car won too much. Here, the rules changed because people start to die. Portugal, March 1986. The crowds are bigger and closer than they've ever been. People standing in the racing line to cheer the local heroes. A driver named Joaquim Santos crests a rise at speed. A spectator steps into the road. He swerves to miss them, and the car goes into the crowd. Spectators are killed, children among them, more than 30 hurt. That evening, the top drivers do something almost unheard of. They read out a statement and they withdraw as one. We cannot guarantee the safety of the spectators, and they go home. It should have been the warning the moment somebody stops it. It wasn't. The circus rolls on, and it takes just 8 more weeks. Corsica, the 2nd of May. Remember the fastest man in the forest? Henri Toivonen, leading the rally, driving a Lancia so fast the organizers are frightened of it. On a tight left bend with no guardrail and no witnesses, his car simply leaves the road. Henri Toivonen and his co-driver Sergio Cresto are both killed. There is nothing anyone can do. 2 of the best in the world gone in a place a rescue car can't even reach in time. This time, the authorities don't wait. Within hours, it's over. Group B, the wildest, fastest category in the history of the sport, is banned. Not slowed down, not tamed, banned, erased, gone by the end of the year. The revolution Audi started ends in fire and paperwork. The monsters are led away and shot. But here's the thing about an idea. You can ban the car, you can't ban the idea. Audi took Quattro up Pikes Peak and won. They took it to a banked oval at Talladega and shattered speed records. And then they did the thing that actually mattered. They put 4-wheel drive into ordinary cars for ordinary people. The exact boring sedans they started with, now with the monster's DNA under the floor. Today, almost every fast car that puts power through all 4 wheels traces back to a boring company, a snowy hill, and one heretical idea. The era died. The idea won. They built something too fast to live, and it changed everything, precisely because it couldn't last. One machine, one idea nobody believed in. If this got you, the next one's a legend America built and then executed. The Pontiac Firebird. Subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.